Monday, hindi naman mawawala ang ating Social Media Monday on Kababayan Today. SMM with our SMM Social Media Madam. Joining us via Skype is Crystal Menyes. Hello and welcome to Kababayan Today.
Hi, Janelle. Thanks for having me.
We'll talk about something that's old but at the same time new. Talking about Myspace today on the show. Crystal, what's the new Myspace all about?
Okay, so as we all know, before Facebook was Myspace. It basically ruled the internet. It was a place for friends to come together online, and it was really the dawn of a new era in social media, and it was at its peak during the days of the first phone camera. So this is really where the selfies were birthed from and where it became an art form. But Myspace pretty much dwindled down after Facebook took over the world of social media.
Also, Myspace, dating site, right? I know some people actually got married because of Myspace.
Yes.
All right. So what happened to the old Myspace accounts? I'm guilty. I had a Myspace account during its heydays, and for some reason, it still comes up when it's searched, so I don't know how to delete it.
Yeah, you know what? I actually just found out that they wiped out most of the data from the old Myspace, and nobody got a warning for it, but it was just this past June, and it all got wiped out, and so, you know, your data might still look like it's on there under a Google search, but when you click on it, it's actually all gone.
All right, so it's gone. Good.
Yes.
And it's gone because we had what we call the period of the Myspace downfall. What led to that?
Okay, so it's hard to say for certain, but really it seemed like Facebook is what happened. A lot of people say that while Myspace tried to predict what would happen next, and catch the trends before they happened, what Facebook did, which was more successful, was catered to the audience. Facebook games really did a number on Myspace. You know, remember when Farmville was in and all that kind of stuff? When Facebook came out with the games, that's really when Myspace started to dwindle down. So after a lot of users came over to Facebook, Myspace tried to also incorporate games, but it just didn't work. And so years later, Myspace merely looks like a graveyard of old profiles. So while Myspace still existed for a long time, it just wasn't used anymore. Nobody ever went on it, and everybody moved over to Facebook. And in late 2012, Myspace, now being endorsed by Justin Timberlake, who actually owns part of it too, Janelle, by the way, he tweeted about it and pretty much debuted the new Myspace.
Yeah, so what happens when something or even someone gets old? Reinvention, right? And so there was a reinvented Myspace. Crystal, how is it different from the old one?
Okay, so the new Myspace is nothing like the old one. Remember the top 8 and the top 12 friends? That's gone. There's no more customizable HTML space. A lot of people would change it up so it would be their actual website. You can't do that anymore. But the new Myspace looks it's beautiful. It's interactive. It's visually completely different, like I was saying. It scrolls sideways. The fonts are more modern. It's a mixture of minimal and bold, and the best part of it is the music. Just like it was in the old Myspace heydays, it really is the strength of Myspace. You can build playlists. You can have images to go with the playlist, almost like a storybook. You can also start a radio station, much like Pandora. Okay. It's just an awesome musical platform.
All right, and the big question is, how will it fare in competition with Facebook and other social media sites?
Okay, so Myspace did try to counter all the Facebook features and the other social media platforms, but it fell behind, so it had to reinvent itself. You know, Pandora and Spotify came along, so the musical aspect of it kind of dwindled down. However, what Myspace now has is it has 36 million users and a 340% increase in artists using it. Not just musicians or musical artists. I'm talking about photographers and designers, which comprise the second most popular type of artist on the site.
Mm-hmm. As a social media Madam Crystal, I know you have Facebook, you have Twitter. Do you have to be in all?
Do I have to be on all of them? Yes. I don't know what the necessity of it is for me personally. I guess it's for sessions like this when I'm having a segment with you.
But is it advisable? I think it is too, because you get different kinds of people following different kinds of social media sites, right? So you get to connect with a more diverse circle of network.
Definitely. I feel that every platform has its own network. Like there are certain things that I would post on Facebook, but I wouldn't post on Twitter or, vice versa.
Okay. Which brings me back to Myspace. How would you use Myspace?
How would I use my face? Well, I'm a music lover, and I used to actually DJ for a while too. So being able to create playlists on on MySpace, as well as add imagery to it. So that actually allows me that creative space to be able to add photos or designs even, and add a playlist of my favorite music, whether it's hip hop or pop or chill wave or any type of music that I want to go with those.
All
those
right.
photographs.
Okay.
It all works together.
Well, let's connect then. Fresh and Steezy as well, across
Yes.
all platforms. Thank you so much, Miss SMM, social media madam on the show, and more power to you. We'll see you next time. All right, that was Crystal Menyes, our social media expert here on Kababayan today. Meanwhile, ako naman po si Janelle So, ang inyong kababayan sa Los Angeles, saying thank you for joining us. I'll see you next time.